Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jnana-timirandasya Grana-anjana-salakaya Chakkhurinimilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Shri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lita Shri Visakham Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesya Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kantana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Mancha Kalpatrivasya Kurpa Sindhuveva Chapatitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavabha Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyata Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So as we know that this Janmāṣṭamī, the auspicious advent of Lord Krishna is near appearing. So let us discuss about let us tune our heart immersed, engrossed with Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. That is the real way of celebrating the auspicious, august, admirable, adorable, advent of the Lord Kṛṣṇa. So from the beginning, so this is the best way to approach the celebrate Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, because without hearing, we cannot develop our attraction for the Lord. Real celebration means we should always be immersed, tune our heart, tune our consciousness to welcome, receive the Lord, to celebrate His Janmāṣṭamī, His appearance, auspicious appearance day. So it is said that Tadinam Durdinam Manyam Megachanam na Durdinam. So there is a beautiful verses. It is said that how to make your day auspicious. He said that Tadinam Durdinam Manye Megachanam na Durdinam. If the day is overcast with rain, cloud, Megachanam means cloud day. So it is not a auspicious day. It is not an inauspicious day. Sometimes if there is a overcast, so people say that, oh, it is very inauspicious because we cannot do any work, house at us. So they say it is inauspicious, but it is not actually inauspicious. Shastra say that the dinam manye megachanam na durdinam. This is not auspicious, inauspicious. Real inauspicious means yadinam Krishna samalpa katha barjita, pious barjita. The day is inauspicious, actually inauspicious, when there is no Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. They are devoid of discussing about the Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ means Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. That is the real inauspicious day. Therefore, Shastra also confirmed this statement where it is stated in Bhagavatam that Ayur Harati by Punsam Udhyamastam cha Anyasu Tasyarthi Kṛṣṇa Uttama Sloke Bhartaya. You say that both the rising and setting sun decreases the duration of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing the topics of all good personality of God. That means when the day is devoid of the discussing of the Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, that day is very inauspicious. Why? Because it is dragged the soul, it dragged the body towards the death. On the other hand, it says that except those who are discussing the topics, for them, they are not dragged by the death. They are not dragged by the sun, but they are dragged towards Kṛṣṇa, eternal time. Therefore, it is auspicious. It is auspicious. To confirm further, Rukmini says to Brahmana who came to give this, to deliver the letter, Rukmini say that, very nice verse, Brahmana Brahman kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ puṇyam mādhvīr loka-malāpahāḥ kotu konu tirtasya śṛṇvānaḥ śruta-jño nitya-nūtanāḥ. So these are beautiful verses. These are beautiful verses. It says that what experienced listener, O Brahmana, could ever grow satiated while listening to the pious, charming, ever fresh topics of the Lord Kṛṣṇa, which cleanses away the world's contaminations. So Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is so pious, not only pious, nitya-nūtanāḥ, charming and ever fresh. You won't be, you won't be disgusted, exhausted. You won't be tired of listening Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. That is so charming. So charming Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. It is said that it is a festival to the mind. In these beautiful verses, it is further stated that Tameva tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam navam tadeva sasvan manaso mochavam tadeva sukannava sasanam ninnam yamuttama sloko yasanukiyate. Very beautiful verse 12:50. He says that those words describing the glories of all famous personality of Godhead are attractive, releasable, and ever fresh. Indeed, such words are perpetual festival for the mind, the dry of the ocean of misery. So how benefit? It is a festival of the mind. It is releasable, attractive, ever fresh, and also the dry of the ocean of misery. So this is the benefit of Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. The benefit of Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is dry of the ocean of misery. Not only that, it is stated in these beautiful verses, particularly in this age of Kali, if we hear about Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, yāni te caritānīśa manuṣyāḥ sādhavaḥ kalau śṛṇvanta kīrtayantaś tariṣyanty añjasā tamaḥ. He says that, my dear Lord, those pious and saintly persons who in the age of Kali hear about your transcendental activities, also glorify them, will easily cross over the darkness of the earth. So that is the benefit, that in Kali Yuga, simply by hearing the Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, one can easily cross the darkness of the age. This age is the age of darkness, Kali Yuga. Lot of disturbances. So therefore, you say that anybody who wanted to cross this darkness of the age must hear Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. And there is no value. Devotees are not interested. They say that devotees, they are not interested in other topics, because other topics has no, useless waste of time. Athavasya padam bhojo makarandra liham satam kim aneir asadalape. except Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, it is called asada alapa. Alapa means discussion. Asada means inauspicious. Inauspicious discussion. Except Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, all other katha are inauspicious discussion. Ayusha yad asadabayaha. This is ayusha means time. It is simply a waste of time. Or please speak the topics related to the devotee of the Lord who are accustomed to the licking of the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. What is the use of the topics which simply waste one's valuable life? Except Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, everything is like useless. Therefore, in the beginning of the 10th canto, we are going to discuss the advent of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Actually, that is the question asked by Parikshit Maharaj to the great Shukadev Goswami. He was so eager to hear about Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Janmāṣṭamī Sukata Kṛṣṇa puṇyā sravana. Eager to hear Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. So Shukadev Goswami very much appreciated that his eagerness to hear. Because by simply hearing Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evanjo, by simply hearing Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, one can easily get rid of everything. Not only that, it develops the love. Yassang vai Sriyamanam Kṛṣṇa Parama Purushe Bhaktir Utpadate Punsam Soko Moho Bhayo Pai. He will develop the love for Kṛṣṇa and extinguish all kind of material misery like soko, lamentations, moho, illusion, sokoma bhaya, fear. So that is the gargantuan, stupendous benefit of hearing Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. So on this notes we will start. So as Janmāṣṭamī, the most auspicious, august, adorable advent of the Lord Kṛṣṇa near approaching. So let us know his pastimes, his timeline, because he descended on the earth and enacted his pastime for 125 years. So there are pastime has been categorically divided in Bhagavatam: Vrindavan Lila, Dwaraka Lila, Mathura Lila, Dwaraka Lila. So we will go through all these pastimes, the transcendental, wonderful, sweet pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa. So we start with this, beginning with what causes Lord to descend. So in the beginning of the 10th canto, we can see here, Parikshit Maharaj is asking that King Parikshit says, "My dear Lord, we have elaborately described the dynasty of the both moon and sun god, with the exalted and wonderful character of the king. Now he is interested to hear about Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Therefore, he is asking particularly, O best of Muni, you have also described the descendant of Yadu, who are very pious and strictly adherent to religious principles. Now, if you will kindly describe the wonderful, glorious activity of Lord Vishnu or Kṛṣṇa, who appeared in the Yadu dynasty with Baladev, his plenary expansion." So he is now showing interest or eager to hear. That is very important thing. We have to be very anxious to hear. Srila Prabhupada said that my Guru Maharaj, actually one quality of my Guru Maharaj saw in me one quality, that is eagerness to hear. That my qualification to get initiated. So therefore this hearing Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is very, very important. Of course, you have to hear from a disciplic succession, just like we are hearing from Srila Prabhupada, which is coming from the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Is a authentic, authorized, bona fide chain of disciplic succession. Otherwise, hearing from the other source is not good. Prabhupada in the purport mentioned that Avaishnava Mukhagirat. If we hear from a Avaishnava, so that is not the real hearing of Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. So therefore, Parikshit Maharaj is asking the super soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Kṛṣṇa, the cause of cosmic manifestation, appeared in the dynasty of Yadu. Please tell me elaborately. He is tell me elaborately about his glorious activities, character from the beginning to end of his life. So therefore, the 10th canto is the longest chapter in the Bhagavatam. So here Prabhupada mentioned that how Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is, how one should hear from a bona fide source. And then Parikshit Maharaj has declared and stated a very nice statement, 10.1.4. Nirbhitati upagiyamānat bhavasado satamana viramat uttam shloke gunānubadat human virajyate bina pasughanāt. He says that glorification of Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in parampara system, that it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is released those no longer interested in false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Description of the Lord are right medicine for conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? That is a very, very important statement. Nirbhita tisaya, tṛṣa means tṛṣṇa, means material enjoyment. Unless one is finished, one is done and dusted, one is finished, nibriti means finished, completed. His material hankering, tṛṣṇa means hankering, material hankering for sense enjoyment, he will be more interested to hear about. Proportionately. Sometimes the neophyte devotee, they are not interested, because proportionately one is showing interest as they are free from the material hankering. How much degree? Otherwise, one is not showing. The Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is, but this is the medicine. The disease is that we have been now entangled in the repetition of birth and death. The cure is Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, Gita and Bhagavatam. So supposing the potency of Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, if one is induced to hear, he will free from this repetition of birth, because it is the medicine. Because nobody likes to take medicine, but somehow it is administered for the benefit of the patient. Whether you like or do not like, but you take this medicine, because this medicine will cure our disease of bhavosado. Bhava means to become, means repetition of birth and death. So that is very, very difficult, very excruciatingly painful. Therefore, who is this sensible man will avoid the Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, because the medicine, only a fool can. Supposing a person who is suffering from a disease and doctor is giving a medicine, only a fool, insensible person will avoid taking the medicine. Similarly, only those who have fool people, killer of the own soul. He says that those who are killer of the own self, because it is suicidal. Supposing you are diseased, you are a cancer patient, you are going to die, medicine has been given to you, you are not taking, means it is suicidal. So therefore it is said that it is suicidal. Who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher? Butcher means who kills the animal. Butcher also who killing soul, killer of the soul. Killer of the soul means he has no interest. He has got this prerogative of human form of life. He has got a medicine. He has got a right source, captain. Everything, instruction has been given. Medicine is the medicine along with diet, prasadam, and Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is medicine. And he is refusing to take, that is suicidal. Therefore, he is killing his own soul. The opportunity is lost. Opportunity of human being to regain his original consciousness, to go back to Godhead, that is lost. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami says only a person who is interested in killing his own self, suicidal, he will stop hearing. Otherwise, Bhagavatam, everybody should hear Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam must be done, must be here, this Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Then the Parikshit Maharaj is continuing. Parikshit Maharaj is saying that the Pandavas, taking the boat of Kṛṣṇa, lotus feet, my grandfather Arjuna and others crossed the ocean of battlefield of Kurukshetra, in which some commander as Visvambhar resembled the great fish that could very easily have swallowed them. By the mercy of Lord Krishna, my grandfather crossed this ocean, which was very difficult to cross, as easily as one steps over the hoofprint of a calf. Because my mother surrendered unto the Lord Krishna's lotus feet, the Lord Sudarshan Chakra in hand entered her wombs and saved my body, the body of the last remaining descendant of Kurus and the Pandavas, which was almost destroyed by the fiery weapon of Aswasthama. Lord Krishna, appearing within or outside of all materially embodied living beings by his own pretense in the form of eternal time, that is, as Paramatma, as a Virat Rupa, gave liberation to everyone, either as a cruel death or as a life. Kindly enlighten me by describing his transcendental characteristics. They're very nice things. He is very obliged by the causeless mercy of the Lord. So Lord, how Lord is very much inclined to protect his devotees, Pandavas. Pandavas were 5 only. They were not great fighter as compared to the Bhishma, Drona and Kṛṣṇa. But because they have taken shelter of the Krishna, they came out victorious. It is stated that Jayatum Pandavanikam Jesam Pakhya Janardhana. Wherever Krishna is there, yatra Krishna, Yogeshwara Krishna, yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, tatra Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matirmam. The last verse of Bhagavad Gita says that wherever there is Krishna, wherever is Arjuna and his devotees, there is always a opulence, victory, morality. Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matirmam. So, because they have taken shelter of the Lord Lotus feet, they can cross the Kurukshetra. Otherwise, Kurukshetra war is actually not equal, because the Pandavas are 5, Kauravas are 100. They have so many regiment of soldiers, almost double. 11 regiment, here 7 regiment. Still, they came out victorious within 18 days because they were taking the shelter of the boat of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Samasita pada pallava plabam. The beautiful verses in 10, 14, 58. Prabhupada also mentioned in the purport. Samasita pada pallava plabam mahatapadam puṇyam jasamurari. Bhavam madhu vachapadam. If you take shelter of the Lord Krishna, then the big problem, or the ocean of problem, ocean-like problem, be reduced to a very small, like a calf footprint. The calf footprint is very small size. So our problem will be reduced by taking shelter of the Lord. So therefore, here he remembering that how by taking shelter, the Pandavas, the grandfathers, they have crossed this Kurukshetra war. Also, Parikshit Maharaj, at the time of birth from Uttara, that time Aswasthama sent a Brahmastra to kill the last descendant of Kuru and Pandavas, that is Parikshit Maharaj, when he was in the womb of the Uttara. That time Krishna was about to leave Hastinapur to Dwaraka. That time Uttara came and beautifully prayer that Pahimam, please protect me, please protect me. So Krishna went inside this womb of this Uttara and saved Parikshit Maharaj from the Brahmastra, neutralized the Brahmastra by Sudarshan Chakra. So that is also how Lord has given protection. So he remembering the causeless mercy, the protection, divine protection of the Lord to his grandfather and to himself. So therefore he is very inclined to know the transcendental characteristic of the Supreme Lord Krishna. My dear Sukadev Goswami, you have already explained that Sankarsana, who belongs to the second quadruple, appeared as a son of Rohini named Balaram. If Balaram was not transformed from one body to another, how is it possible that he was first in the womb of Devaki, then in the womb of Rohini? Kindly explain this to me. So he was very much confused that the Balaram is the son of Devaki. At the same time, he is also son of Rohini. How that is possible? Therefore, his name is Sankarsana. He was been carried away from the womb of the Devaki to the Rohini by Yogamaya. So he's asking his doubt, he's asking. Also he's further asking, why did Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, leave the house of his father Vasudeva, transfer himself to the house of Nanda Vrindavan? Where did the Lord the master of the Yadu dynasty, live with his relatives in Vrindavan. So this inquiry is very relevant because this kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is relevant for our purifications, our purification. And also we can develop the atamaya sakta manapartha yogaminjan madasra. By hearing, we will develop the attachment for the Lord. Lord Kṛṣṇa lived both in Vrindavan and Mathura. Why did he do there? Why did he kill Kansa, his mother's brother? Uncle killing is, is not sporadic, not in general. Well, therefore, he is asking why did he kill Kansa? Such killing is not at all sanctioned in the Shastra because his own uncle, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has no material body, yet he appears as a human being. For how many years did he live within the descendant of Vishnu? How many wives did he marry? For how many years did he live in Dwaraka? So not only the Vrindavan Lila, now he is asking about the Mathura and Dwaraka Lila also. O great says, who know everything about Krishna, please describe in detail all the activities which I have inquired, all those which I have not, for I have full faith and I am very eager to hear of them. He is telling whatever I am asking, whatever I did not ask also you tell me. I want to know about the details of the Lord Krishna's. Because of my bhava, these are very beautiful verses. Because of my bhava on the verge of death, I have given up even drinking water. Yet because I am drinking the nectar topics about Krishna, which is flowing from the lotus mouth of your Lordship, my hunger, thirst, which are extremely difficult to hear, cannot hinder me. So here very important point. Here Parikshit Maharaj is saying that, please tell me, because he was fasting unto death for 7 days and hearing Bhagavatam day and night without rest. So he is telling my hunger and thirst, which is extremely difficult, cannot hinder because I am drinking the Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ is amritam, nectar. Tava katha amritam tapta jivanam kavibiritam kalmasanasana. Gopis are singing in Gopi Gita, Tava Kathamrutam, your Kathamruta is nectar. Krishna Katha is nectar. Therefore, I am not feeling thirsty and hunger, although I am fasting unto the death. That Parikshit Maharaj, who out of thirsty made a mistake, made a blunder. When he was hunting, he was feeling exhausted and out and thirsty. So he wanted waters. He was asking for water, but that sage was in meditation, he could not hear. Out of angry, could not control the thirsty, he put a dead snake on the neck of that sage. Saunaka So therefore, as a result, his son Sringi caused him to die within 7 days by a takshaka, by a snake bite. So that king who could not control his thirst, now he is telling, I am able to control my thirst because I am hearing the Krishna Katha. See how the Krishna Katha, same thing but a different personality now. Same king who could not, as a result he was having this repercussion. Same king now telling, now I do not want anything. I am drinking the nectar of Krishna Katha. So therefore, how Krishna Katha is like amruta, very pleasing. Sutta Goswami says, O son of Virgu, Sonaka Rishi. After Sukadev Goswami, the most respectful devotee, the son of Vasudev, had the pious question of Maharaj Parikshit, he thanked the king with great respect. Then he began to discourse on the topics concerning Krishna, which are a remedy for all suffering in the age of Kali. It's a remedy. Bhavasudho. It's a remedy for all suffering. Kali kalmasa ghinam. Se pratyascha Krishna charitam kali kalmasa ghinam. It's a remedy for all material suffering. See here Prabhupada writing in this words, word Krishna Charitam Kali Kalmasa Ghinam indicate that the activities of the Lord Krishna are certainly the great panacea. Panacea means medicine for all miseries, especially in the age of Kali. Panacea means medicine or solution. It says that the Kali Yuga people have only short life, they have no culture of spiritual consciousness. If anyone is at all interested in spiritual culture, he is misled by many bogus Swami and yogis who do not refer to Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. Therefore, most people are unfortunate and disturbed by many calamities. Srila Vyasadeva prepared the Srimad Bhagavatam at the request of Narada Muni in order to give relief to the suffering people of this age called Kali Kalmasa Ghinam. अनर्थ उपशमां साक्षात भक्ति योगदक्या से लोकोस्य अज्ञात विद्वान चाकरे सातस्तु समय. Vyasadeva has compiled this to mitigate this miseries, material suffering. The Krishna consciousness movement is seriously engaged in enlightening the people through the pleasing topics of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. The message of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is being accepted in all spheres of life, especially in advanced educated circles. So now, Sukadeva Goswami says, Your Majesty, best of all saintly king, because you are greatly attracted to the topics of Vasudeva, it is certain that your intelligence is firmly fixed in spiritual understanding, which is the only true goal of humanity, because that attraction is unceasing, it is certainly sublime. This is very, very important. See, here say that who is not interested, their intelligence is not fixed. But who is interested in Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, their intelligence is fixed. Therefore, he is praising, he is glorifying the king, that because you are eager to see Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ, you are very much exalted. Your intelligence is good, is fixed in Krishna consciousness. Vasudeva katha prasna purusam trinpunnantihi bhaktaram prachakam sotim tatapad salilam jata. Very important verse, 10:116. Say that Ganges emanating from the toe of Lord Vishnu purify three worlds, the upper, middle, lower planetary system. Similarly, when one asks the question about the pastime characteristic of the Lord Vasudeva, Krishna, three varieties of men purified. Speakers or preacher, he who inquires, and and the people in general who listen. So three type of people: those who are speaking, those who are listening, and those who are inquiring about or questioning. Once, when mother was overburdened by hundreds and thousands of military phalanxes of various conceited demons, dressed like a king, she approached the Lord Brahma for the relief. Now he is describing what is the cause of the advent of Lord Kṛṣṇa, why Kṛṣṇa appeared. So he tells that the earth is overburdened by the military kings, unnecessary military phalanx. So he was very much perturbed, disturbed, and he approached Lord Brahma, taking the form of Mother Raj, assumed the form of a cow, very much distressed, with tears in her eyes. She appeared before the Lord Brahma, told him about her misfortune. Because it's a very precarious condition, ruled by the arrogant, unruly king. Therefore, having heard of the distress of Mother Earth, Lord Brahma with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and all other demigods approached the shore of the Asura. So as soon as Lord Brahma heard the grievances of Mother Earth, who assumed in the form of a cow, he understood that this is not under my jurisdiction. I am not powerful enough to mitigate this problem or give solution to these grievances, address these grievances. Therefore, he approached Lord Shiva and all the demigods headed by Indra and take them to the shore of the ocean milk, where the Lord as a Kshirodakasai Vishnu lying down there. After reaching the shore of the ocean of milk, the demigod worshipped the supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, master of whole universe, supreme God of all gods, who provide for everyone and diminishes everyone's suffering. The Hari means who takes away all the suffering. With great attention, they worship Lord Vishnu, who lies on the ocean milk, by reciting Vedic mantra known as Purusha Sukta. So here demigod, Brahma, Lord Shiva and all, so they approach to the Kṛṣṇa Vishnu, source of the ocean milk, and worship with Purusha. This particular prayer is called Purusha Sukta, glorifying the Supreme Lord. Om Sahasa Sahasa Surisha Sahasa. So many very nice verses. While in trance, Lord Brahma heard the word of Lord Vishnu vibrating in the sky. Thus he told the demigods, O demigods, hear from the order of Kṛṣṇa Vishnu, Supreme Person, execute it attentively without delay. So Lord did not actually appear personally. See, Lord Brahma also could not see the Lord. What to speak about ordinary people? But the irony is that ordinary people, the unfortunate ordinary people, they deride the Lord. Lord is so causelessly merciful. He appeared as a human being. When he appears, the ordinary people, they deride. Out of causeless mercy, he appears. Brahma also cannot see. In the meditation only, he got this. The message is transformation. Just like telephone, now mobile phone has come. So we want to receive some message. We call and we are getting, that is a gross development, discovery. But here, Lord can impart the message through the heart. Tena Brahma Udaye, what is that? Janmāṣṭamī tanvāti taratatcha vigya swara tena Brahma Adikabhe Muhanti Adikabhe. So Brahma Hudaya, the Brahma, this message, transcendental message, has been imparted through the heart. Same as like a telephone, we are transmitting messages without physically present. So Brahma also could not see the Kṛṣṇa, and but Kṛṣṇa out of his causeless mercy appear before general people in a human form of life, so that they easily connect in a very tangible way, so that the general people can connect to the Lord. That is his idea. But some people, unscrupulous, they deride. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Abhajananti mama muddha. Muddha means foolish rascal. They deride me when I appear in human form of life. They do not know that I am Supreme Lord. Because they say that how God is coming. No. They do not know this causeless mercy, the attribute of the Lord. So Lord has transmitted the message to the Brahma that I will appear. Lord Brahma informed the demigod before we submitted our petition to the Lord. He was already aware of the distress on the earth. Consequently, for as long as Lord moves on the earth to diminish the burden by his own potency in the form of time, all of you demigods should appear through the plenary portion as a son, grandson in the family of Jadus. The Lord already knew before that. Because Lord business is yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujame. Paritrānāya sādhunām vināṣaya ca duṣkritam dharma sansthapanārthāya sambhavāmi juge juge. So Lord business, Lord mission is, whenever there is a predominant rise of a religion, when there is a discrepancy in executing Krishna consciousness and predominant rise of a religion, that time he appears. Millions after millions, juge juge, every million. What is his business? Paritrānāya sadhuna, to protect his devotee. Vināṣaya ca duṣkritam, to annihilate the miscreant. Dharma sansthapanārtha, to establish Krishna consciousness. Dharma means sanatana dharma, Krishna consciousness. That is his mission. So he already know, and he informed that you also come to assist. So Devata means who is assisting the Lord in his mission, in his pastime. That is called Devata. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who has full potency, will personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, all the wives of demigods should also appear in order to satisfy. So, here the demigods also coming to Yadu dynasty to assist the Lord. He is the origin of all incarnation within the material world. Previous to this appearance, Lord Kṛṣṇa, this original Sankarshan will appear as Baladev, just to please Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa in his transcendental pastime. Baladev also Supreme Personality of God. He is the equal in supremacy to the Supreme Godhead. Yet wherever Krishna appears, Baladeva appears as his brother, sometimes elder, sometimes younger. When Krishna appears, all his plenary expansion, other incarnation appear within him, because he is called Avatari. Avatari, Krishna is not Avatar, he is Avatari. Avatari means aggregate of all the incarnation. That means all the incarnation within him. Sum total of aggregation of all the avatar. That is called avatar. He is the source of all incarnation. Baladev would appear before Krishna as Krishna's elder brother. Balaram Jayanti is also coming before Krishna Janmāṣṭamī. The potency of the Lord, known as Vishnu Maya, who is as good as Supreme Personality of Godhead, will also appear with the Lord Kṛṣṇa. This potency, acting in different capacity, captivate all the world, both material and spiritual. At the request of our masters, he will appear with a different potency in order to execute the work of the Lord. So, Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Shruvate. Lord has very multifarious energy. Parasya Shakti, so many. Out of that, this has been categorized in three types: Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha. External energy, internal energy, and marginal energy. This Yogamaya, his energy, when it is acting in the material world, it is called external energy, or called Mahamaya, Durga. When it is acting in a spiritual platform, it is called Yogamaya. Prabhupada also mentioned Yogamaya and Mahamaya. But it is same thing. It is same Lord's energy. In the Prabhupada is mentioned here, in the spiritual world, the Lord potency work as Yogamaya. In the material world, same potency work as Mahamaya. Exactly, the electricity work in both heater and cooler. In the material world, this potency work in Mahamaya acts upon the conditioned soul to deprive them more and more of devotional service. It is said that Yaha Samahita Jivam Trigunatmakam. In the material world, the conditioned soul thinks himself as a product of Triguna. Therefore, the Maya is depriving them from devotional service. So the energy is coming. Even the Durga, the Mahamaya, his potency, Yogamaya, Mahamaya, they are also, they will also appear along with Balaram, Krishna, and this Mahamaya to assist the Lord in his pastime. So Sukadeva Goswami continued, after thus advising demigods pacifying Mother Earth, the very powerful Lord Brahma, who is the master of all the Prajapatis, is therefore known as Prajapati Pati, returned to his own abode Brahmalok. Formally, so that is the introduction, how the demigods, by hearing the grievances of the earth, the Brahma, along with Lord Shiva, demigods, they approaches the Lord Vishnu in the Saurabh ocean, and the message has been transmitted that he will appear along with Balaram, along with his Shakti, Mahamaya, and you, Yogamaya. You now, all of the demigods also appear before even Krishna's appearance in different family to assist the Lord. And by pacifying in this way, into transmitting this message to demigod and pacifying the earth, the Brahma returned to his abode. Now the formally Surasena, the chief of the Yadu dynasty, had gone to live in the city of Mathura. Therefore enjoyed the place known as Mathura and Surasena. So since the time, the city of Mathura has been capital of all king of Yadu dynasty. City and district of Mathura are very intimately connected with Krishna, for Lord Krishna lives there eternally. Mathura is not an ordinary thing. So Rupa Goswami says in Nectar instruction, Vaikuntha Janita, even more than Vaikuntha, this Mathura Puri. Because why? Mathura is a transcendental city. It is connected to Krishna, the birthplace of Krishna appearance. And Mathura district also, there is a Vrindavan in this Mathura jurisdiction, where Lord enacted his pastime. So that is more valuable and more even higher superior. So Mathura is not a normal city, no. It is connected, very, very pilgrimage, holy city. So the glorification of Mathura is given in so many scriptures actually. In Nectar of Instruction, if you go, that you can see that verses where 9, it says that Vaikuntha Janita Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasauchava Vrindavanaranya Mudara Paniramana Tatrapi Govardhana Radha Kunda Yapi Gokulapate Premamrita Plavanat Kuryadasya Virajata Giritatya Sevam Vivekina. So Rupa Goswami said that the holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha because Lord appeared there, enacted his pastime. The transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathurapuri is transcendental forest of Vrindavan because Krishna Rasa Leela pastime. Out of all pastime, Rasa Leela is the highest. So Krishna enacted in Vrindavan. Therefore, Vrindavan is even superior to Mathura. Although Vrindavan is inside the Mathura district. As superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill. For it was raised by the divine hand of Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. Because out of everywhere loving pastimes, here the Govardhan, near Govardhan Lord enacted his sweet pastime, various sweet pastime. And overall super excellent Radha Kund stands supreme, for it is overflowed with the ambrosial nectarian prema of Lord Gokul Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to solve the divine Radha Kund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan? So here how the Mathura is not an ordinary city. So Mathura is very transcendental. So therefore here it is said that Mathura, there is a king called Surasena. He was made the capital of Yadu dynasty. Some time ago, Vasudev, who belonged to the demigod family or to Sura dynasty, married Devaki. After marriage, he mounted his married wife, mounted with his married wife. Kansa, the son of King Ugrasena, in order to please his sister Devaki on the occasion of her marriage, took charge of reins, the horses, became the chariot driver. He was surrounded by 100 of golden chariots. So there was a marriage going on, Surasena's, Devaki, Surasena, the Devaki and Vasudev, and Ugrasen, the Suras, both are brother, therefore cousin sister. So the cousin is there. So Kansa, in order to please his sister and brother-in-law, he took hold the rein of the chariot. He wanted to drive the chariot. When he was chariot driving, he got this, and during the marriage also there are so many dowry has been given. Those days dowry has been given to the Devaki and Vasudev. When bride and bridegroom were readily start, conch shell, bugles, mridanga, drums, kettledrum vibrated in concern for the auspicious departure. That time, what happened? There was a Kansa who is controlling the rein of the horse was driving the chariot along the way, and unembodied voice addressed him. Unembodied means impersonal. From the sky, you foolish rascal, the 8th child of the woman you are carrying will kill you. So there is a prophecy from the sky that your 8th child of the sister, from your sister, will kill you. Kansa was a condemned personality in Bhoja dynasty because he was envious and sinful. Therefore, upon hearing the omen from the sky, he cut hold of his sister's hair with his left hand and took up his sword with his right hand to sever her head from her body. So he wanted to chop off immediately. That's why this our Chanakya Pandit say that Vishwasa naiva kartavye strisu rajakulesu cha. A king, a politician, and a woman cannot be trusted. Therefore, Kansa cannot be trusted. So he wanted to chop off Devaki. Wanting to pacify Kansa, who was very cruel and envious, and he was shamelessly ready to kill his sister. The great soul Vasudeva, who was to be father of Krishna, spoke to him in the following word. So Vasudeva very nicely explained him that this body is already, how could such a qualified person as you kill a woman, your own sister, especially on the occasion of marriage? It is not befitting for you. Moreover, he explained that who takes birth is sure to die. Krishna also said in Bhagavad Gita, Jatasya durbhamurtu. So who takes birth is sure to die, for death is born with the body. One may die today or after 100 years. Death is sure for every living entity. So he is explaining the temporary, transient nature of the body. So how the death is inevitable. When present body turned into dust is again reduced to 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. The proprietor of the body, the living being, automatically receives another body of material element according to his fruitive activities. When the next body is obtained, he gives up to the present body. So this is the thing that we also say, today or tomorrow the body is going to die, and according to karma, somebody is Bill Gates, next body somebody is gatekeeper, somebody is snake, somebody is tiger, somebody is prince. Just a person traveling on the road, rest on the foot on the ground, then lift the other, or as a worm on the vegetable, transfer it one leaf to another, gives up the previous one. Conditioned soul takes shelter of another body, gives up the one he had before. So just he gives up the present body and takes the another body. Having experienced situation, seeing, hearing about it, one contemplates, speculate about that situation, thus one surrender to it, not considering his present body. Similarly, by mental adjustment, one dream at night for living under different circumstances, in different body, forget his actual position. Under the same process, one gives up his present body, accept another. So he is giving very nice tatha dehantara prapti. Just like in dream, we see different body, we are not thinking of our present body. So he is giving example. So one should not be so attached to the present body. It is anyway going to destroy, and a new body will be accepted. Bhasam cha jinnani jatha vihaya. Just like a one cloth, we throw out and take new cloth. At the time of death, according to thinking, feeling, willing, mind, which is involved in fruitive activity, one receives a particular body. Otherwise, the body develops according to the activities of the mind. Change of body are due to flickering of mind, for otherwise the soul could remain in its original spiritual body. Very important subject. Body is changing due to our mind, our psychological condition. According to our psychological condition, our mind is attached to something. We develop that thing, that body. Mind is supposing always thinking of tiger, so you become a tiger, next body. Therefore, Krishna also say, the yadat vapi smaranam bhava tajjantanta kalevaram tam tam evati konteya tada bhava bhava. According to our psychological condition at the time of death, because our mind, when we engage in fruitive activity, our mind is engaged in so many activities. According to that mind attachment, the soul is carried away to another body. So therefore, he is very nice advising to the Kansa, so that at least for the time being, he will stop killing his wife, or killing Vasudeva wife Devaki. So in this way, he is trying to convince Kansa, desisting from killing. So after doing that, as your younger sister, this poor girl Devaki is like your own daughter, deserves to be affectionately maintained. You are merciful, therefore you should not kill her. Indeed, she deserves your affection. Sukadeva Goswami continued, O best of Kuru dynasty, Kansa was fiercely cruel, was actually a follower of Rakshasa. Therefore, he could be neither pacified nor terrified by the good instruction given by Vasudeva. He did not care about the result of sinful activity, either in this life or in the next life. When Vasudeva saw that Kansa was determined to kill his sister Devaki, he thought to himself very deeply. Considering the imminent danger of death, he thought of another plan to stop. First of all, Vasudeva is very intelligent. He tried in this way, philosophically convincing the real fact. Body is anyway die, today or tomorrow. Why you are so much worried about that? and you are going to die, Kansa. But still, because of good advice, murkha, if you give good advice, they will not be pacified, they will be more angry. So he thought of another plan. What another plan? He told, this plan is not working out because this person is not full. I mean, this person is not a proper candidate to receive advice. As long as he has intelligent bodily strength, an intelligent person must try to avoid death. This is the duty of every embodied person. But if the death cannot be avoided in spite of one's endeavor, person facing death commit no offenses. Vasudev considered, by delivering all my son to Kansa, who is death personified, I shall save the life of Devaki. Perhaps Kansa will die before my son take birth, or since he is already destined to die at the hand of my son, or one of my son may kill him. For the time being, let me promise to hand over my son so that Kansa will give up his immediate threat. If in due course of time Kansa dies, I shall have nothing to fear. So he has a second thought. Let me now do that. Let me give all my sons to him, deliver. So we will see what's going. And a fire for some unseen reason leaps over the piece of wood, sets fire on the nest. The reason is destiny. Similarly, when living beings accept one kind of body, leaves aside another, there is no other reason than unseen destiny. The destiny is there. Krishna says, Karmena Daivanetrana. According to the destiny, one gets the body. Destined, because according to our karma, it is destined that we should get this body. After thus considering the matter as far as knowledge would allow, Vasudev submitted the proposal to sinful Kansa with great respect. So now Vasudev mind was full of anxiety because his wife was facing danger. But in order to please the cruel, shameless, sinful Kansa, he externally smiled, spoke to him as follows. So now he proposed this plan to Kansa. Vasudev said, "O best of the sober, you have nothing to fear from your sister Devaki, because what you have heard from the unseen woman, the cause of death will be her son. Therefore, I promise that when she gives birth to the sons from whom your fear has arisen, I shall deliver them all onto your hands." Sukadev Goswami continued, Kansa agreed to the logical argument of Vasudev. Having full faith in Vasudev's word, he refrained from killing his sister. Vasudev, being pleased with Kansa, pacified him further and entered his own house. So now Kansa was now convinced, agreed to this. Okay, anyway, I have no threat from my sister, but threat from her son. So her son will be delivered to Kansa. So it's okay. Each year thereafter, due course of time, Devaki, mother of God, and all the demigods gave birth to a child. Thus he bore 8 sons, one after another, and daughter named Subhadra. Subhadra is therefore Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra. Vasudeva was very much disturbed by fear of becoming liar by breaking his promise. Thus, with great pain, he delivered his first son named Kirtiman into the hands of Kansa. What is painful of saintly person who strictly adhere to the truth? How could there not be independence for pure devotee who know the Supreme Lord as a substance? What deeds are forbidden for person lowest character? What cannot be given up for the sake of Lord Kṛṣṇa by those who have fully surrendered at the lotus feet? That means everything can be given for the sake of. My dear King Parikshit, when Kansa saw that Vasudeva, being situated in truthfulness, was completely equipoised in giving him the child, he was very happy. Therefore, while smiling face, he spoke as follows. O Vasudeva, you may take back your child, go home. I have no fear of your first child. It is the 8th child of you and Devaki I am concerned with, because that is the child whom I am destined to be killed. So Kansa here is bit of lenient, bit of favorable. So he told 8th child only kill. So why I need your other child? Vasudeva agreed, took his child back home, but because Kansa had no character, no self-control, also knew that he could not rely on Kansa. He took back, still he has a doubt, Then here Narada Muni interference. The inhabitant of Vrindavan, headed by Nanda Maharaj and including his associate cowherd men, their wives, and none but the denizen of heavenly planet. Everybody is heavenly planet. They are the demigods. They have come to assist. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the descendant of Bharat. So too were the descendant of Brishni dynasty, headed by Vasudeva, Devaki, and other women, dynasty of Yagu. So all these peoples, Yadu dynasty, and also the Vishnu dynasty of Dwaraka is called Vishnu dynasty. Yadu dynasty also, all the Nanda Maharaj, Vrindavan, like this. The friends, relatives, well-wisher, both Nanda Maharaj, Vasudeva, even those who externally appear to be followers of Kansa, well or demigods only. They were acting in a pastime of the Lord. Once the great saint Narada approached Kansa, informed him how demoniac person who were a great burden on the earth were going to be killed. Thus Kansa was placed into great fear and doubt. So Narada Muni came, and in order to expedite his killing, he has given this. After the departure of the great saint Narada, Kansa thought that all the members of Yadu dynasty were demigods. Any of the children born in the womb of Devaki might be Vishnu. Fearing his death, Kansa arrested Vasudeva Devaki, chained them with iron shackle. Suspecting each of the children to be Vishnu, Kansa killed them one after another because of the prophecy that Vishnu would kill him. So here Narada Muni informed him that, revealed him that all this Vishnu dynasty, Mathura, Vrindavan, all are demigods. They have taken part to assist Vishnu to kill you. So one should not trust, because it's like a petal. A petal, you start counting 1, 2, 3. Everywhere is 1, 2, 3. There's nothing called 1. 7 petals you can start with 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this way, every child can be Vishnu and kill them. Suspecting Kansa, after being informed by Narada Muni, Narada instigated him so that he will do these things and expedite his death by the Krishna. So Kansa, suspecting that every child is Vishnu, he killed all the 6 children. 6 child of Devaki, very ruthlessly, cruelly. Kings greedy for sense gratification on this earth almost always kill their enemy indiscriminately to satisfy their own whim. They may kill anyone, even their mother's father, brother, friend. This is what any demoniac people. They do not know what is right, what is wrong. In his previous birth, Kansa, in great demon named Kalameni, and been killed by Vishnu. Upon learning this information from Narada, Kansa became envious of everyone connected to the dynasty. Narada informed him that in previous birth, Vishnu killed you. So, therefore, he is now suspecting everyone. Kansa, most powerful son of Ugrasen, even imprisoned his own father, king of Yadu, Bhojo and Andhakami dynasty. Personally ruled the state known as Surasena. So previously this state known as Mathura was included within the state of known Surasena. Mathura also under the Surasena those days. So it was ruled by his father, and he arrested, imprisoned him. So this is the about first chapter, that how Lord appearance, the pre-state, precondition of the Lord appearance, how the Vasudev showed the interest to hear about Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj showed interest to hear about Kṛṣṇa-kathāḥ. He is asking question, and Shukadev Goswami is answering how the earth was overburdened, the Bhumi, the earth overburdened by the military phalanx. He approached with tears, assumed the form of a cow. He approached Kansa, Brahma, and Brahmaji, along with Lord Shiva, Lord Indra, and all demigods approached Kshirodakasai Vishnu, where shore of the ocean, milk ocean. There they got the information or message from the Lord that Lord knew the suffering of the earth. He will appear in the Yadu dynasty, and all the demigods were ordered to appear in order to assist in the pastime of the Lord. Then the place called Mathura, which is ruled by Surasen, the father of Kansa. So, and Surasena is the cousin brother of Ugrasena. Ugrasena is the cousin brother of Surasena. So the Devaki and Vasudeva is getting married. That time Kansa, who is the cousin brother of Devaki, he wanted to drive the chariot. But on the way, they got the prophecy from the sky that the eighth child of Devaki will kill you. So Kansa, being demoniac, he suddenly wanted to chop off his sister head. That time Vasudeva tried to convince him by philosophical understanding the temporary nature of the body, but still he did not care for the advice. Then again he planned for another advice to deliver his own son, to deliver all the sons to Kansa, because the threat is not from the Devaki, his sister, but from his son. Kansa agreed to it, and to keep the promise, Devaki Vasudeva, Vasudeva used to deliver all his son to Kansa, but Kansa returned because he told that my real enemy is my eighth son, so I do not want to kill your first, second sons. But Narada Muni came and informed him that in previous life you were the Rakshasa demon Kalameni, and you were killed by the Vishnu. Now Vishnu again in this life also he came, the eighth son of Devaki, to kill you. But the problem is that any Vishnu can become in any son. So Kansa, suspecting, immediately arrest Devaki and Vasudeva in the prison house, also arrested his father, Ugrasena, also killed all his 6 sisters. So now in the next chapter onwards, we will be hearing about how the Devaki is, how the seventh child Balaram appeared, then Krishna also appeared as child. The transcendental appearance of the Lord we will be discussing in the next chapter. Thank you very much. Antarasyaman Bhavatam ki jai, Nitai Guru Premanande.